our first metaphysical teaching of 2025. We're going to break down the Word of God, the Bible, the way it was intended to be broken down. So if you don't have a manual, get yourself a manual, a Holy Bible. It doesn't matter what version you get, just get yourself a Bible, right? Our first lesson will be taken from Matthew 8:23. Jesus calms the storm. All right? Jesus calms the storm. Man, my board is not clean. I'm going to teach you how to manifest and change your life the way of Jesus, the way of the Bible. Easy, simple. None of these techniques of climbing trees, sun gazing, and reciting 369 rhymes. All right? We're doing it Jesus' way. On my board, nice and dry. And I hope you guys have like notepads or taking notes. This is gonna be good. You're not gonna find this anywhere else. People like to say that they teach metaphysical stuff, but when you watch their channel, it's so very general, you know? So, Matthew 8:23. Jesus calms the storm. I'm gonna first read it, alright? Jesus got into a boat, and his disciples went in with him. Suddenly, a fierce storm hit the lake, and the boat was in danger of sinking. But Jesus was asleep. The disciples went to him and woke him up. "Save us, Lord," they said. "We are about to die." "Why are you so frightened?" Jesus answered. "How little faith you have." Then he got up, ordered the winds and the waves to stop, and there was a great calm. Everyone was amazed. "What kind of man is this?" they said. "Even the winds and waves obey him." Now, before I go deep into this, let's start breaking down some symbolism within the story, which is imperative for you to understand, because if you can understand the symbolism, you will understand the Word of God in its true meaning. All right? And then you'll understand how to change your life and bring to life, manifest the things you want and desire. So nice and clean. Anytime in the Bible you see boat, it is referring to your mind. All right? So anytime you see boat, it's referring to your mind. When the Bible mentions waves and storms, it is referring to, obviously, life problems that you might have, whether they're physical or spiritual. And then, when it refers to Jesus, anytime the Bible mentions Jesus, it is referring to you, the reader, because the Bible is about you. It is an autobiography about you, if you understand it. All right? It's referring to you, your higher self, your positive self, and the spirit self. So anytime we mention Jesus in the Bible, it's referring to you, your higher self, positive, and spirit. Where's my cloth? All right? And then when it refers to, or when it mentions the 12 disciples, it is referring to the 12 powers of man that you need to be able to take control of, which is strength, faith, love, wisdom, power, imagination, will, order, zeal, life, and understanding. So anytime it mentions the 12 disciples, it is talking about the 12 powers of man everybody has. Excuse my English, I'm not an English speaker, by the way. It's not my first language. All right? I hope you got this down. Ooh, it's a bit messy. I like my board nice and clean. All right? The next set of symbolism is Jesus. For those of you who did theology or went to Bible school, you will know that in the boat, hope that looks like a boat. Jesus was asleep at the back of the boat, which theologians or biblical scholars call the stern. What is the stern? The stern is where the boat is controlled. So Jesus is asleep in the part of your mind. Get it? So the stern is where the boat is controlled, and this is where Jesus is asleep. Right? The next one. Again, if you did theology, went to Bible school, you will understand that when Jesus went onto the boat, they were going from west to east. All right? From right to left. From physical to spirit. Get it? From logic to creative. This one is important because this symbolizes, in neuroscience, we have two hemispheres, right? The brain has two hemispheres, the left and the right. The left side is the logical side. That's what scientists say. And the right side is the creative side. And this has been backed up by neuroscience, by the way. Shows you how much of a science book the Bible is. All right? You noted it down, right? Now let's get into the story of Jesus calming the storm. Right. I want to make this real short because I know people's attention span in this 2025 AI generation is very microwave. Jesus got into a boat, right? So let's do this. I'm gonna draw a man, right? So here's the brain, but I'll make it a boat form. Wait, let me redraw that. Alright. A brain. And then I'll put a big nice face. And we will call this guy his mouth, nose, eyes. And we will call him John. John. That's his name. Jesus got into a boat. So it's important to understand Jesus is our higher self. So Jesus is always with us. We all have Jesus. We all have a higher consciousness within us, the positive self within us. All right? And his disciples went in with him. And our disciples, our 12 faculties of mind, are always with us. But the problem is, most of us are not in control of our 12 faculties. Right? Suddenly, a fierce storm hit the lake, and the boat was in danger of sinking. Suddenly, John loses his job, John gets sick, John has heartbroken, John is attracting bad people, and he's in a state of confusion. Everything is going wrong for John. Right? That's what's happening. That's what it means. But Jesus, listen, but Jesus was asleep. Most times when we are in difficult situation, our higher self, positive self, is asleep. We forget about thinking positive when things are going bad. You know, when taxman wants his money, or your car's getting repossessed, or your kids are getting chucked out of school, it is very difficult to think positively. So what happens? Jesus is asleep. Our higher self, we kind of like focus on the negative. We keep on focusing on the negative and not focusing on our higher self, which is Jesus. Get it? We're breaking this down. This is good. The disciples went to him and woke him up. "Save us, Lord," they said. "We are about to die." "Why are you so frightened?" Jesus answered. "How little faith you have." Anytime Jesus says what little faith, it says how little faith you have. Anytime Jesus says what little faith you have or how little faith you have, he's basically saying faith is your state of mind, right? Your state of mind. Look at that. That's what Jesus means. So what he's saying is, oh, you of a little poor mindset. Meaning, we always operate in two mindset. It's either we're operating on the positive mindset or the negative mindset. All right? Get it? How little faith you have. He got up, ordered the winds and the waves to stop, and there was a great calm, and everyone was amazed. "What kind of man is this?" they said. So when John realizes that to change, he needs to shift his focus away from not having money, away from heartbreak and attracting negative people. He needs to wake up Jesus. He needs to wake up his higher self. He needs to wake up his positive self, right? And then he needs to go from using logic, being in the physical, and go into the spirit, the illogic, the creative side. Remember, God is a creator. We too are creators, for we are a piece of him, right? We need to move from the logic to the creative, from the physical, from what we're seeing right now, bad situations, to the spirit, for everything is spirit, and that's where our change will come from. Get it? So John, him waking up Jesus, realizes that the 3 steps to changing your life or manifesting anything or your desired reality. 1, you need to Go within, because that's where Jesus is. He's asleep within you if you're a negative person and have not realized that you are powerful and great. 2, switch your focus. I'm gonna drop a video. I want us to do a little exercise.
Will only hear the word you are reading. Will only hear the word you are reading.
Now that you've seen the video, you realize that your mind can only focus on one thing, right? So, and the best part about it is that you choose what you focus on, right? Third step of manifestation and changing your life: be who you are, a creator. Be a creator. Go from your left, go from your right. What? Go from your left to your right. Be a creator. So if your name is Emily, Emily calms the problems in her life. Remember, you are Jesus. You are Jesus. And here are the 3 steps. Go within, switch your focus, be a creator. Whatever problem you have, God has given you everything you need to change your situation. If you don't have a job, go onto YouTube, start anything that resonates with you. Be a creator. And that, guys, is Jesus calms the storm. In the next video, I'm going to explain to go within. This is going to be a great video. So guys, believe in who you are. Shift your focus. Wow. Shift your focus and change your life. Till next time.